Okay, give me audio check. Let me see some ones if the audio's good. Waiting on that audio check. Looking for some ones. Hey, tweaked out. 111. Good audio. Good audio. All right, great. Welcome all the socks account. Yeah, WTT. You guys feel free to slap those trolls. I got no tolerance for trolls. All right. Let's get this party started. Now I can actually see your comments here. I have to kind of get closer to the screen because his eyes are a little old. This is not related to Leon Valley. If you want to see what's going on with the Leon Valley case, pop over to my son's channel, News Now Community. And I just posted an update over there, or he's posted it, I guess. And went through this. Now I've shut that down, and I am here on my channel, and I'm going to do an update on my current pending case out of Harris County, Texas. So we went to court yesterday. The judge is tired of this case dragging out. So what has caused the case to drag out? The city of Deer Park, and the Harris County District Attorney's Office have been withholding evidence. Now, what they did when they first brought this case up is they handed me, or my attorney, this big file and said, here you go, this is all the evidence you need. Well, as we've seen in the past with the Harris County District Attorney's Office, they give you all the evidence they want you to have, not all the evidence there is, and what you end up with is getting convicted. And 7 or 8 years from now, your appeal will go through because they didn't give you all the evidence. So my attorney, Jonathan Landers, subpoenaed everything from scratch. That way, there's nothing that they could have held back. Okay, we get everything, and they have refused to comply with that. Basically, what they're saying is, we gave you the stuff you need. Well, it's not up to them to give me the stuff I need. Okay? They have to give me everything. And we are not giving them the opportunity to withhold evidence that can prove my innocence, which is exactly what we expect that they're doing. I believe that's what they're doing. Why else would they not just give me everything? Think about that. What reason do they have to not give me everything? If they say I've already been given it, it's bullshit. I'm just going to call it what it is. It's bullshit. The city of Deer Park was served with subpoenas for some stuff, as was Shell. Both have refused to comply with those subpoenas. And you have to ask yourself again, why? Everything that we have subpoenaed is gathered in support of their case against me. Yet they don't want me to have it. There were some CPS records that they refused to give us, and the reason they didn't want to give them to us is the same reason they've said they don't want to give us the other stuff. They do not want me to publish it. Now, why would they not want me to publish it? I mean, it's evidence that they gathered for a conviction against me, right? Why would they not want that to get published? Well, because they don't want you to know what they're doing. They don't want you to know what's going on. And the reason for that is because if you know what's going on, you're going to be upset. So they don't want that. They don't want all the eyes on them. They need to keep the eyes off of them so that their misdeeds, go unnoticed. Well, they're not going to go unnoticed. Everything is going to be everything that I have, and I got quite a bit now. Everything I have, I'm going to publish. because I want you guys to see it. I want you to know what these people have done and are doing. I want you to see the corruption. I want you to see it, because as we wrap this up, I'm going after the city of Deer Park, and I'm going after the district attorney, Kim Ogg, who, by the way, I helped to put in office. The reason that they get away with what they do is because you don't see it. They count on hiding from the daylight. They count on being able to hide from the daylight, and we're going to take that ability from them. And this is an election year, and we're going to get some people out of office, and we're going to get some people into office that will prosecute people who make false claims and cause false arrests, people that will prosecute crooked cops. We're going to get them in office, and we're going to get accountability. And I've got a civil attorney that is monitoring this situation as well, and is staying on top of the documents. And there may very well be a civil suit as well for everybody that has liability in this case. I can tell you we've already found evidence that Deer Park tried to hide. We have a witness that Deer Park tried to hide. We have a witness that Deer Park lied and said some things that she never said. Like I said, the truth will be known. The truth will be known. Cases like this, it's really hard. It's hard to take a stand on something like this because, if somebody says you did something and it gets investigated and it's determined to be unfounded, and then they come back 22 years later when several of the witnesses have died, people that could have given evidence that proved your innocence. Yes, you should continue, Steve, to boycott Shell. How do they justify that? That's not fair. That's not fair. If they're going to do that, they can just sit around and wait, and then just come back and file charges on you later. And I'm not talking about a year later or 6 months later for something. These allegations are 23 years old. Already been investigated, thoroughly investigated by Child Protective Services and the Houston Police Department. The allegation that has been made now is completely fresh. It has never been made before. There is absolutely zero documentation to support it. Zero. So what happens? You upset somebody and they come back after, 23 years and say you did something you didn't do? What kind of can of worms are we opening with that? What kind of precedent are we setting with that? And I can tell you, we've talked to a number of lawyers about this, and this case never would have been filed against anybody else. It was filed against me because of who I am and what I do. It's that simple. It was brought by Shell, an off-duty police officer, an off-duty mercenary working for Shell in Deer Park, notified the Deer Park Police Department that they found this record of an old case, and they said, they told Detective Reed, go make something out of this case because Tim Hill and Shell are tired of this guy giving them trouble, being a problem for them. So the city of Deer Park put in over 1,000 man-hours. Now, for those of you that don't know, the average case, they might put in 100, 150 man-hours. A capital murder case, something that is really involved and requires a lot of investigation, might get 200 man-hours. They put 2 full-time detectives on this case. Over 1,000 man-hours. They went back and found girlfriends of mine from 25 years ago. They went back. The stuff that they pulled is ridiculous. And, I wonder, What kind of the average person, if somebody went back and dug up one of your old girlfriends from 25 years ago or one of your old boyfriends from 25 years ago, what would they have to say about you? Would they say things that are good about you? Would they say things that are bad about you? Think about it. You might be surprised at the answer. One of the old girlfriends they dug up, I'll give you a for instance. I had a good relationship with her. And when that relationship ended, we rekindled that relationship in 2004 and dated again until 2005, I think. We left on good terms. But, when they contacted her, she said that she felt like I took advantage of her because she's good-natured and I don't know. It amazes me the things that people say. But, and the trolls love that drama. They just eat that stuff up. But, Shell pays millions of dollars in taxes here in Harris County, and they think that gives them a lot of power, and apparently it does. The politicians bend down and just lick their boots for them. But, the reality is that the politicians don't have to do that. Shell's got to pay those taxes no matter what. No matter what. So why kiss their ass? You don't need to do it. But we've got a district attorney that's sure doing it. And we will be working to oust Kim Ogg this election. As I wrap up this criminal case, they're not going to get a conviction. We're going to trial by jury. It's not going to happen. But that's okay. The big thing is, in looking at the emails in Deer Park, is that they knew they wouldn't get a conviction. But they figured if they could get the charges filed and get me arrested, I'd be sitting in jail because I wouldn't be able to afford bond, having to take a public pretender. They figured I'd be stuck in jail taking a plea bargain, and that would be the end of it. They were wrong. They were extremely upset that I had the money to make bond. And the district attorneys handling the case were shocked when I hired John Landers. They were shocked that I had the money to do that. They were so shocked that the district attorneys in court tried to talk my lawyer out of taking the case. They actually did that. They tried to talk my lawyer out of taking the case. And, my lawyer has scruples, and he's an honorable man, and he's good at what he does. He's good at what he does. So, didn't work. Did not work. And they just hate that he digs and digs and digs. And, it has been very, very expensive. I'm not going to lie to you. I was telling you guys over in the other stream that Jack had about $20,000 tied up in his legal fees. Anybody want to take a guess what I've got wound up in mine? Let's try somewhere around $30,000. Additionally, there's lost income in the amount of about $170,000 for this last year that I've basically been unemployed. So, this case has cost me about $200,000. Now, I'm going to ask you, how many of you parents, because this could happen to a male parent most likely, but it could also happen to a female parent. How many of you parents, how many of you have $30,000 to defend yourself against an accusation of wrongdoing? Something to think about, because that's what they were hoping would go wrong with me. I have a new candidate that's running for the Harris County District Attorney's Office. I haven't done anything with that yet, but I will be publishing her information. I've spoken to her, and she has vowed to go after the Deer Park Police Department in this case, and anybody that gave false statements or false evidence. So we're going to be pushing to get her into office very strongly. Let me go over here to the comments. Let's see if I didn't cover anything, y'all let me know. Tim Humble, I do a lot of things other than just YouTube. And it's more than what you realize. Was I making money on YouTube? Absolutely. Absolutely. But that's not why I do this. People are going to say that's what they're going to start screaming about. Oh, he does it for the money. It's the clicks and views, clicks and views. No, I don't. I do this because it needs to be done. And, nobody ever talks about the first year and a half I did this. I paid for everything. I pay for everything. Travel, legal, everything. So, it's what you do. It's what you do. So, one of my daughters that's involved in this case, she is in touch with Teresa, Felipe Hemming, Mitch McKenzie, and some others, and she is manipulating them to attack me. And yes, they got News Now Houston demonetized. As a matter of fact, they think that the community channel is mine, and they're attacking it as well. But I expect that is going to cause them more problems than they realize. Tinkerer, if you're on probation, I recommend you not do this. $30,000. Yeah. It's funny. I had set aside, I bought a vehicle. My ex-wife blew up her car. So I bought a vehicle for her and was going to give her $20,000 as well for, I don't know what you want to call it, just because I had it and she needed it, and but as this kicked off, that changed. So let's see what we got here. Again, you guys, that's not all YouTube money. Remember, I buy and sell Civil War memorabilia. I cannot do that while I'm on bond. The judge took that ability away from me. I can't travel, so I'm unable to, buy and sell land. I do that as well. There's a lot of different things that I do to make money. So, buying and selling cars, I can do that on a limited basis, but most of the cars that I buy come from out of state. So I can't travel to pick up cars. Everything that they could do to shut down my income, they did. And, I'm very fortunate that, I have money set aside to live off of. And were it not for that, I would, I'd be in trouble. Like I said, they'd have made me have to take a plea deal. I'm a firm believer in having enough money set aside to live off of for at least a year in case you get hurt at work or, anything like that. And so, what is this? Hold on a second. I'm reading something here in the comments. I actually had enough money set aside to live off of for a couple of years. So I've been doing things that do make money. I have sold off some of my land, and I still have some more that is up for sale. And, I make profit that way and pocket money. So that's what I'm doing. Mofo, war is coming. Don't you worry. War is coming. Because, I have always been fair, I think, with cops. I have nothing against cops. Never have. Still don't. But crooked cops, I have everything against crooked cops. As a civil rights activist, I have been at the head of the class. I have been a leader in this community. And now I'm not just a leader, I am a monster. I am going to be a monster to deal with when this is over. And there will be repercussions. There will be repercussions for the city of Deer Park and Shell. So they're going to have to deal with it. Civil actions, there's going to be other things too. So a lot of things are on standby and ready to go into play. Brian King started selling calendars. So anyway, so going back to what we were talking about, the DA gave us a bunch more files Monday, and I haven't had an opportunity to go through those files, but I'll be getting down to the lawyer's office and looking over everything, and if there's not the things that we asked for are not there, then there's a pre-trial hearing in February that we'll go back to, and that'll end up moving the trial date further away. You know, the idea is they know this isn't going to fly. They know it. But the longer they can keep it in play, the longer they keep me tied down and out of action. And that's what this is really about. That's what this is really about. But they've exploited my children. They've exploited, viewers. They've exploited people in this movement. And by the way, I have to be careful how I word this. We got the Fusion Center reports. Specifically, all operations, current and past, that have been run against me. And I got names. Got names of people in this community that you think are, all about this community, and they're not. They're government informants. They're dirtbags. They're traitors, is what they are. And I'm going to publish it some kind of way. I'm going to get the word out. That way, you guys know who's who. And when I do, you're going to be shocked. You're going to be shocked. I will tell you that with very few exceptions, like Johnny 5-0 and Furry Potato, other than that, anybody out of California, don't trust them. Do not trust them. Let me see. So, judge made us set for trial. No option on it. Made us set for trial. And in March, we'll be going to trial. California Garbage has been their mouthpiece for quite some time. And over in the chat room, he's been attacking me for over a year. Well over a year. And then he said many, many times that he was going to get my channel taken down. He's going to get me run off of YouTube. And so he hit me with a copyright strike on a video of his that was on my channel that I had posted at his request. And I'm like, okay. So I went back and hit him with a copyright strike for a video of mine that he had up. And, basically that was his warning shot. That was his warning to take down everything of mine he had on his channel. I waited a little bit and went back and looked, and he didn't take them down. So I copyright struck, all of them. I think there were 6 or 7 of them. And turned out that he had gotten arrested and was in jail and couldn't take them down, and ended up, his channel got removed. And he then used on somebody else's live stream, SGB News' live stream, okay, he went on there making threats. Well, I got the live stream. I copied it, sent it over to YouTube, and now he has a permanent lifetime ban for YouTube. He is not allowed on YouTube ever again. End of story. But he did it to himself. He did it to himself. And when he got out of jail, it was not my intention to take down his channel. Don't really care. But when he got out of jail, if he'd reached out to me and told me, what had happened, I honestly didn't know. If he'd reached out and told me, I would have retracted, the copyright strikes, let him get his channel back, let him take his take my videos down and go on about his life. The dude, he doesn't bother me. I could care less, But instead of doing that, he goes out talking smack and making threats, and well, you see where that got him. Johnny 5-0 is a good guy, real good guy. I have nothing but good things to say about Johnny 5-0. You've been revoked from live streams? That's weird. That is weird. I don't know how that happens. I would say contact YouTube and ask them what's up. I suspect that you'll find that it's the trolls have been flagging, false flagging. They do that, and I'm sure they're false flagging this one too. You know, Teresa and Odin and all these guys. I've showed y'all pictures before of them over bragging about how they have 20 or 30, 40 sock accounts. And so what they do is they just click out of one account into the next and flag. And you know, and that's how they cause people problems. They also use those accounts to go into people's live streams. You know, they're over in the chat room plotting how to go into live streams and disrupt them. So what they've done now is, because we were getting screenshots of this stuff and we were being made aware of what's going on, is that they now run in a private chat so that nobody knows what's going on. They don't want anybody to know. SGV is all right. He's a little gullible, but he is not one of the people that was on the list. King Putin. Justin Pulliam is good, and his channel is not been removed. He took it down. He's doing some stuff, so it's not. Nobody took his channel down. James Freeman. What about Freeman? Channel is still up. Yes, Freeman's channel's up. Turtle, when am I coming back to El Paso? Sometime after March. I'll tell you guys what I got going on. February, I will be in New Orleans. I'm taking the boat to Lake Pontchartrain. I'll be there for a week. And I'm just going to cruise and play with the coasties over there. And I know all the trolls are going to be calling and warning them. Hey, that's okay. That's just fine. And then as soon as I wrap up this case, which should be in March, the boat and the boat is serviced and almost ready to go. I'm adding a new chart plotter and a couple of other things. But the boat and I are headed to Florida. We're going to go do some cruising in Florida, and there will be videos. You guys know I'm going to do videos for you. Thank you, Sleepwalker. Chalkwall, I can't go to Chalkwall 702. They got so many phone calls about me being up there that they have said that I cannot go and do any other events like that. The judge is saying that I will not be permitted to do any of that. Okay, thank you, Turtle. I'll let you know. You know, the cost of this is not just financial. You know, how many of you have just for legal fees, $30,000 to throw at a case? And how many of you have $30,000 to throw at a case after you lose your job? Because that's basically what's occurred with me. They got me fired. I mean, you know, they cut off my YouTube revenue, and they have kept me from doing the Civil War memorabilia sales, and they've kept me from traveling for automobiles. And how many of you could lose that and still live? Think about that. Hey, Texas GT, I got your message. The video for this case. There is, go back and look for McAllen, Texas, back a year ago. It will be in February or March. I posted the actual video of the arrest. Allergic to codfish. Hey, I had salmon today. I love salmon. Night Wolf, this is not a third strike. contrary to what you're hearing. Well, why did they cut off the revenue? Why did they go after my ability to make a living? Well, that's what the government does. They don't want you to be able to have a representation, fair representation. Their sole goal is to get a conviction. Period. They don't care how they do it. They don't care if they have to withhold evidence and hide evidence. They'll do it, especially on somebody they don't like. If you reveal them for what they are, they're not going to like you. And so why should they play fair with you? Why? So they use the people they can to go after you. And that's what they've done with me. How big? Hold on, I saw something about boats. How big is your boat, sailboat, or motorboat? Kenneth Huffman, it is a MacGregor 26X. It's 26 feet long. It is a combination motorboat and sailboat. I know it sounds funny. It's not the best sailboat. It's not the best motorboat, but it does both adequately. And for what I'm going to use it for, it'll get into 2 feet of water. So the places I'm going to be going, it'll be good. I'm going to be. I may be going to Cuba or Nassau, Grand Bahama, something like that. I don't know exactly just yet. I'll figure it out when I get there. Yeah, 26 feet. Yes, it's a pretty good sized boat, actually. I'm going to get you guys some videos from inside that boat. I just haven't done it yet. I've been working. I got some lights that aren't working, so I'm having to do some rewiring. And like I said, I'm adding, no, the vet's gone. I'm adding some extra lighting. I am adding a chart plotter. I've got a new GPS AIS system that's going in with the new VHF, and it's just stuff. It's just stuff. But, if you ever get in trouble on the water and you need help, it's stuff you need. So that's where I'm at right now. Why are they preventing you from selling and distributing Civil War memorabilia? Hold on a second. Because they can. It's really simple. The judge says that, this is what the DA asked for. And if you don't like it, you don't have to be out on bond. They make it a bond restriction. And you don't have to be out on bond. So you wanna keep your Civil War memorabilia, you can do that while you're sitting in jail. It can be at your house while you're sitting in jail. So yeah, it's 1977. That's what the VHS system is for safety. That's what they did. It's not right, and there's nothing illegal about any of the stuff that I have, but I am prohibited from having it. Thank you, May Arias. Charter me to go to Colombia and back? Not on a MacGregor 26, you can't. I had a Formosa 41 for a while that was perfect for that kind of trip, but the MacGregor 26 is a coastal cruiser. You stay close to the coast with it. Sorry to hear that, Bad 14. MacGregor 26 is not going to sail to Australia. Sorry, I'd have to ship it there and then fly in. And Australia is so weird about cruisers now. It's so hard for people on cruising boats to get in and out of there because the government restrictions. It's ridiculous. Mark Dice, I don't know. My YouTube contact says that after this case is wrapped up, if I will contact them, that it's possible that they may remonetize the channel. Once I go to trial in March, once that's all done and over with, I can ask YouTube to remonetize the channel. They may or may not do it. But as far as making money, I'm going to, I've got money to live off of for right now, but I'm selling some property, and I'll probably flip more cars, maybe flip some boats. I don't know. I haven't figured that out yet. Maybe I'll have to start a new channel of my own and do that. That's a good prospect, a good possibility. Yes, Jaded, they are slimy people. They are absolutely slimy and corrupt, But Shell, like I said, Shell, run by Tim Hill, these people make, billions of dollars a year. And when you go picking on them, I mean, you're picking on rich people, and rich people, they got the power. And that's exactly what they're letting us know. They're letting us know. They're showing you, and they hope to scare you away by what they're doing to me. They're sending you a message by making an example of me. And that's what it is. That's what it's about. Make an example of me so that you won't look at them or what they do. They just put in a new pipeline to export oil. And they're making billions of dollars a month. Billions of dollars a month. Think about that. Think about what that buys them. They own the city of Deer Park. The Deer Park Police Department, there is not an honest officer in that department, because an honest officer would not work for a department like that. They are paid mercenaries. End of story. Paid mercenaries. And as you guys start seeing the emails that we've got and the other things, you're going to understand just how accurate that statement is. And I'm intolerant of crooked cops. And that department, it's going to have to change. We've got some people in Deer Park that are set to run for office that will make changes within that department. And we're gonna start trying to work on that as well. Hey, Justin, see you in there. See you in the chat. Yes, I know people are worried about me. I'm okay. I'm doing all right. Yeah, an honest officer will not work for the Deer Park Police Department. An honest officer is a peace officer, not a mercenary. And they're not selling out to, crooked corporations. And here's the story. Here's the end result. When this is over with, what do they have left that they can do to me? There's only one thing left they can do. And that's kill me. And for those of you that think that's paranoid or crazy to say, go look up Karen Silkwood. It happens. It happens on a fairly regular basis. Like I said, we're dealing with people who have billions of dollars going through their pocket every month. And that buys, somebody like me, I guess that buys their life. But I'm not stopping. I'm not backing down. I'm going to continue to move forward and fight the corruption, expose crooked cops, and expose crooked police departments. Yeah, you say they must not, Missy Knight, but what stops them from killing me? They're going to kill me and just we thought he had a gun. It's an accident, no big deal. And Shell will give them a bonus. Would somebody here be surprised to find out that the detective that handled this case got a bonus from Shell when he got me arrested? Would that shock somebody? Yes, there was an auditor killed in Fresno some years back. Absolutely. He stabbed himself. That was a suicide, though. He stabbed himself in the back 3 times and then burned his house down. We all know that was a suicide. Yes, boycott Shell. Absolutely. Yeah, stop resisting. That's right, Massive. But, they do this with, in this climate. Look at the climate in this country. If you can bring an allegation of sexual misconduct against somebody, okay, the public will turn on them. I can't even, there's so many examples, I don't even know where to begin. So that's what they figured would happen here. They figured if they could bring an allegation like this to light, that, everybody that supported me would walk away. Plus, they already had their informants and counterintelligence operatives that are in the movement ready to condemn me and talk trash about me and stuff. And that's what happened. That's exactly what happened. The idea was to get you guys to not support me, to walk away from me. And it didn't work. You guys were too smart for them. You were too smart. You smelled a rat and you stayed. And all those government informants and government operatives that came out talking and condemning me and going after me, you guys called them out for what they were. You called them out for what they were. It didn't work. And that has been a recurring theme in some of the stuff that we've seen from the Fusion Center. They were shocked that you guys stuck it out with me. Oh, SNN. Jonathan Spiel. XLT, I think I've covered this already. Put 2 and 2 together. It's all you got to do. Put 2 and 2 together. See what we got here. Let's see what we got here. Jesus loves. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Somebody said a minute ago in the chat here that look at RICO statute. Okay. But look at who we have to go to prosecute. Think about that. The FBI. The FBI is not going to go after these people for their criminal acts. It's not going to happen. Remember, billions of dollars. And that's just from this Shell refinery. Billions of dollars. So, what do you get? I mean, the FBI won't even clean up their own people. Why would they clean up somebody else that's doing wrong again, especially when it's somebody else, that's coming after me? And you've seen my interactions with the FBI. Now, I will say that I recently made a complaint with their financial crimes division, and they are running with that. It's no secret. I made a bar complaint against the Hemmings, and that is moving forward to disbar. The State Bar of California is moving forward to disbar Krista. And Felipe Hemming, I guess he figures that he has nothing to lose now. So he's been attacking my son's channel, trying to get it demonetized, and attacking this channel, trying to get YouTube to remove it. So, because of that, I went ahead and made a complaint with the Financial Crimes Division of the FBI here in the Houston office, and met with a couple of agents that are really on the job. They're not playing. They're not mad at me because of who I am or any of that. They are actually moving forward with that complaint. And I have not made one against Krista. She can be brought in as well. I have held off on that, but if Hemming continues to harass my children and go after me, I will go ahead and make one against her. Now, there were enough transfers that, once those cases are resolved, I can file more on the other transfers. And, they only get probation once. They only get probation once. And I'm not the only person. There are 2 other people that are waiting to make similar complaints. Not similar, the exact same complaints. So it could be very bad for them. I don't want to put people in jail. I don't want to put people in prison. But I will. I will. Keep messing with my kids. I don't understand why people have to drag family in. I know why they do it, because they can't get to me any other way. So, so they go after my kids to provoke me and, hurt me or whatever. But that, if I have any way of fighting that, I will. 100%. 100%. Have no news on Catilla. Last I heard about Catilla, she's trying to get here to Texas to hook up with, what's his name? Man, I can't think of his name. Rick Crude. She's trying to hook up with Rick Crude. I'm surprised Rick Crude's not in here. He usually comes in here and pops in and says, "Hey." Am I okay? I'm good. I don't know why you say I'm rough. Maybe have some dark circles under my eyes because I was at the dentist today, so I had to get up early. I was up late last night playing video games and was up early this morning because I had a dental appointment, get my teeth cleaned. And that's it. I mean, I'm a little tired, but that's all. I was out in the Miata a little while ago where the temperatures here have been pretty moderate today. It's a little rainy, but I was out in the Miata playing around, and I had Sissy with me. Sorry I don't have a picture, but she loves riding the Miata. Puts her little face out the corner and puts it between the mirror and the little vent window, and she's just like, She loves it. She's not in here with me right now, or I'd show you guys. Hey, Johnny, how you doing? It's not Modern Warfare. It's the other one. Crap. Can't think of the name of it now, but not Modern Warfare. I need to get Modern Warfare, but it's kind of expensive. Travis, how old are you, Dave? Too old. I'm knocking on 60. Haven't heard from OKC. You're talking about Tim and OKC. Tim's doing all right. I talk to him periodically. Dina Dick, how can I donate? Landlease posting a link for my GoFundMe. You can, or not GoFundMe, PayPal. You can use that. Tim is doing okay. Josh, he's holding up. He's working and just trying to survive. No, Jarius, you can't elect me for president because first thing they do is kill me. They'd assassinate me within a few days because I ain't trying to hear all the BS. Honestly, it's my opinion about Granite State STD. You will go to jail before Felipe does. I don't think so, but hey, whatever. But let me do something real quick here. There we go. Rufus update. It's a pending lawsuit. My opinion has become that we're overdue for either secession. Texas needs to secede, or there needs to be a civil war. Tweaked out. News Now Dallas is fine. I talk to him infrequently. He's good dude, real good dude. Love his work. Wish he could get out more, but he has a full-time job and that keeps him busy. Hashtag Team David. Yeah. Woohoo. Team David. His dog punched him. Sissy doesn't punch. She just licks you to death. The tree of liberty is parched. I totally agree with that. Rick Crude, an auditor, no, he's a commenter. But he comes up with some funny stuff. David Lee Roth's nephew, I don't know anything about that. Texas is an interesting state when it comes to thinking about seceding from the Union. There are a number of things that make it possible. We have our own economy that could survive. We have our own electric grid, so we'd have power. And unlike the rest of the states in the United States, Texas never joined the United States. The United States joined Texas. And that's one of the contractual things about that agreement was that Texas could secede at any time without consequence. So it could happen. Never say never. Never say never. And when this is all over with, I think I'm going to form my own militia. And we're going to start fighting. Fighting the corruption by leaving the Union, forming our own new government, and we'll see how it goes. Maybe I'm delusional. Maybe it'll never happen, but hey, never say never. Yes, it's a state-of-the-art power grid, actually, yes. You know, federal cases, the judges are biased towards the police. And so it is extremely hard to win federal cases these days because of the bias of the courts. And it's becoming harder and harder to accomplish anything in the courts. So if you have a complaint about a crooked government official and you go to to whatever agency they work for and you can't get justice there, and then you go to the state attorney general with a complaint about it and you can't get justice there, and you go to the courts and you fight them in court and you can't get justice there, what's left? What's left? The only thing I know that's left is the Second Amendment. Our founding fathers gave us the Second Amendment to fight tyranny and corruption in the government. And what other options do you have? That's my take on it. Hold on, I got a bunch of people here texting me. Hold on a second here. Something from Justin. He's sneaking me some text messages. Oh, Justin says he's reposted the video from the Leon Valley City Hall. So you guys go over there and check that out. You'll find some good stuff there. And highly recommend the stuff that Justin is doing things. Let me tell you guys, Justin is doing things behind the scenes that you guys can't imagine. He is fighting, and this is he doesn't get enough credit for this. He's fighting crooked politicians and city halls and standing up to these people in ways that nobody else does, including myself. Including anybody else I can think of. And he fights with these people. I mean, just literally, fights with them to get documents. And they hate Justin. They hate him because he usually wins. And he gets to expose things that they don't want exposed. So if you're not subscribed to Justin's channel, he doesn't have any of his content up right now because he's editing it, some stuff. But get over there and subscribe to his channel. Not King David, just Team David. Hashtag Team David. And, there's something else I noticed. Yeah, Clay. Look out. David is lucid. He's talking freedom. Oh, shit. Yes, the Fusion Center, trust me, is copying this video as it goes out. And they will definitely have me on a watch list because I dared to speak of freedom. I dared to speak of the founding fathers and them giving us the right to fight tyrannical government. How dare anybody think like that? I was looking at the analytics for this channel, and you guys, if you have Facebook, share these videos, share my videos over on Facebook, because it seems that 60% of my viewers are not subscribed to the channel, and I've got like 182,000 subscribers on this channel. Yet 60% of the people that look at my videos are not subscribed. And 59 or 60% of the viewers come from Facebook. So let's keep getting this out there. Let's keep getting people from wherever we can get them involved. Get them involved. And like I said, as this all wraps up, we're going to form our own militia. How about that? We're going to form our own militia, which is what the founding fathers intended we do. Think about that. 180,000 of you people subscribed. If only 100,000, joined the militia, what would it be like for the government? They would be pissing their pants. I promise you. Oh my God, this guy just raised an army of 100,000 people and he's pissed off. Imagine the panic that would cause within the government. Something to think about. Something to think about. So, all right. So you guys, you got the update. I'm sitting here yapping for the last, somewhere here it tells me how long I've been going. And I don't know where. Oh, there it is. Dang, I've been on here for an hour. Can't believe there's 1,000 of you sitting in here listening to me talk for an hour. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. But I appreciate it. I thoroughly appreciate that you guys take the time to listen to me. And want to give Blind Justice. Yeah, guys, you guys get over there and look at Blind Justice. He's doing some good stuff. 702. Yeah, just, that is just mind-boggling. So think about it. We bring 100,000 people to freedom-loving people. 100,000 freedom-loving people together. Armed. What would be the government's response? Spartan says, I'm a liked man. Yes, I'm infamous. Jonathan, Karina, okay, send me an email. Yeah, think about that. 100,000 armed, freedom-loving people. What would the government do? Texas fought for independence once already. You hear about the Alamo, but the big battle that won our independence was fought in Deer Park, Texas. Maybe the next battle for our independence will be fought in Deer Park, Texas again. So I'm fighting my battle for independence in Deer Park, Texas. And I hope that you guys keep following and keep up. And when this is all wrapped up, we're going to do some stuff. We're going to do some stuff because it needs to be done. It's time. These crooked cops, crooked police officers, crooked government officials, they've had their way for too long. And it's time to bring it to a halt. We've not been able to do it in the courts. We've not been able to do it in the city halls. We've not been able to do it by peacefully protesting. What other options do we have left? It's got to change. Because if we don't do it now, then when? You're going to leave it for your kids to do? You're going to leave it for your grandkids to do? I'm not. So that is it, guys. I'm wrapping this up. Thank you for watching. And I will keep you posted. I'm going to start doing videos and posting documents from my case so that you guys can see exactly what is happening and bring you up to speed on everything via the documents. That way you can make an informed decision about what you think, about what you believe. You don't have to believe me. You don't have to believe anybody else. Look at the documents and form your own educated opinions. So you guys have a nice night. Moderators, thank you for keeping the idiots under control. And I will see you guys again I got to look at the camera. Everybody tells me about that all the time. I'm always looking over here because that's where all the chat is. I'm sorry. They say they're like, look at the camera, look at us, like you're talking to us. So I am talking to you guys. I appreciate you taking time to watch and listen to me. And everybody that has my back, hashtag Team David. Thank you. And I will see you again soon. Y'all be safe and God bless.